Okay, here we go. Let me deliver what seems to be a mandatory disclaimer with a title like this. This video is an audio and visual representation of my opinion. Tests to see the strongest, fastest, fittest, and every other superlative exist already, so take my opinion with a pinch of rock salt. But what if the best of these physical attributes is doing something else? I mean, is the fastest man in the world really running 100-meter dashes? Or is he out there playing American football, or even Aussie rules football? Is the world's strongest man really competing in strongman, or is he out there powerlifting, playing football? You know what? You get the idea. My belief is that the world's strongest man is right here, snatching 220 kilos effortlessly, doing things in one of the oldest Olympic competitions that are downright unimaginable. His name is Lasha. For those of you who know who Lasha is, and for those of you who know who Hafthor Bjornsson is, you will likely say that Lasha is the most powerful man on the planet, while Thor is currently proven as the strongest. And from the results of each individual's tests, it would be hard to disagree with this. But what if we were to speculate? What if Lasha trained as a strongman? I guess then this should be titled Why I Think Lasha Could Be the Strongest Man in the World, but I had to drag you in here with some sort of clickbait. Anyway, let's jump into my first of three main reasons why Lasha is, or rather could be, the strongest man in the world. And the first one being Lasha's body type. Lasha stands at a staggering 6'6", or just shy of 2 meters tall. This height has proven to be incredibly valuable to the successful current strongman, like of course Hafthor Bjornsson, and another guy, Brian Shaw. Longer limbs help with large, awkward implements like, well, everything in strongman. But most notably, longer athletes excel in pulling strength. Even with the longer limbs, they're actually not bad squatters either. I believe that Lasha definitely fits the build of an elite strongman competitor. The second, and definitely a bigger reason, is training. We've never really seen Lasha train raw strength. Yes, he's back squatted near 300 like a toy for reps, but this is nothing really in the raw strength world. To my knowledge, there isn't a single video of him really grinding very hard on any lift. Even though there are lifters like Mart Syme showing insane squatting and pressing strength that would compare to even the best and strongest men in the world, Mart only snatches and clean and jerks a fraction of what Lasha does. Lasha doesn't train for strength, and it works. I realize it's not enough to simply say Lasha could be the strongest man in the world if he actually wanted to. If he really trains strength and really pushes squat and deadlift, he could be the best. That is until we examine Mikhail Koklaev. Koklaev will go down in history as one of the most versatile strength athletes of all time. He placed third place at the Arnold Classic in 2006, 2008, and 2013, as well as second in 2009. He medaled in the IFSA World Championship in 2005, 2006, and 2007. He placed third at the 2010 World's Strongest Man competition. In competitive powerlifting, he registered a 360 kilo squat, 230 raw bench, and a 417.5 deadlift in competition. But most importantly, Mr. Koklaev made his beginnings as a Russian master of sport weightlifter. He snatched 210 kilos and clean and jerked 250 with a total of 460 kilos. Now, it's not that Lasha's numbers are that much better than Koklaev's. It's that he hits Koklaev's numbers with ease, in casual training scenarios. He's so consistently hit greater numbers than that of Koklaev, nay, every single weightlifter to have ever existed, that we would be silly to not think that if trained in powerlifting or in strongman, he couldn't possibly exhibit the best strength numbers of any weightlifter ever. Now to my final and most spicy point: drugs. For those of you unaware, Lasha was popped as a junior athlete only to come back stronger and stronger year after year after year. It's highly unlikely that these are the results of cleaning up. But, and that's a big but, doping in weightlifting and the processes in which it is administered and or tracked is nowhere near, and I repeat, nowhere near the use of doping in strongman. This to me is just common sense. I won't deny the drug use in weightlifting. It's actually an objective fact that within the sport there is widespread doping and corruption. However, there is a distinct difference to the ease of doping in strongman to the quote-unquote doping control in weightlifting. This is because of the simple fact that there is absolutely no testing in strongman. Not only does this allow for longer cycling and much heavier performance-enhancing drug use, but it's a massive alleviation in stress. It's called doping control because there's absolutely no way of stopping it, just attempting to control it. Even if Lasha is very rightly speculated to using PEDs, there's no way he can use them as frequently or to the level to that of a strongman. If he was, well, that sure would be a hell of a sight to see. So there you have it. Lasha has the build to be a strongman competitor. He could very well follow the path set before him by Mikhail Koklayev, and more importantly, given the freedom of limitless drug use, he could be the strongest man in the world without any doubt in my mind. But like I said before, that's just my opinion. I guess we can just agree to disagree. Stay safe out there, friends.